Hey, well, good morning. Good morning. I see that StreamYard has changed up everything. And I don't even have my intro music. I want to know. You know what, Stephen? I thought that the first question was going to be for you, and it is. But this original, I want to know is going to be for StreamYard. When did all this stuff change? Good morning, everybody. Welcome to welcome to the Long Run with Piano Man. My goodness, everything has changed. Dwight, my producer, just texted me and said that it wasn't showing on the StreamYard. You all are here. I'm here. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know, but I'm here, and I'm gonna see who how this goes. But everything has changed this morning, and so hey, bless 50, what the business is. Good morning to you. Good to see you. You know what the business is. Yeah. Okay, good. Hold on to your question. Well, put it in the chat there, bless 50. You know how we do it. You know how we do it. But first of all, good morning to everybody. Doesn't mean to come on complaining this morning, because hey man, it's a blessing to be alive and everything. Ken the Bama fan, good morning. Roll Tide to you. Yes, sir. Good to see you. I saw you yesterday on the Miller's Edge while I was out and working the polls and all that good stuff. And I saw you on there and a couple of other folks there on the Miller's Edge. It's good to see everybody. I wasn't able to stay and everything, but I do try to support as much as I can for everybody involved. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Good. There shit. Let me see something. Let me see if this even works. Let me see something for just a second. Let me see something. Let me see something for just a second. Okay. It's not even. It's not even giving me any of that. Okay, I see what it has done. Okay. All right, Dwight. Okay, we're gonna have to come in, Dwight, and redo this whole thing. It has reconfigured itself. Okay, you'll see when you get in. All right, but good morning, Gwen. I was gonna give you your intro. Good morning. Well, I saw Gwen. Good morning, Gwen. Roll Tide. What the business is, I'm kind of thrown off because all this newness that's going on. William Bryant, good morning. Roll Tide, roll. Good morning. Roll Tide to you. Stephen Hicks and the Voices of No Mercy. Roll Tide. Let me start your question. Bless 50. Good morning again to you and Roll Tide to you, William Bryant, Stephen Hicks. I saw the one, the only, the Gwen Quince. I saw Carla Hinton. I saw, yeah, and there we are. We're going on up the mountain and all that kind of stuff. And now we're going to come on back down to the bottom of the hill. All right. I see your part one question. Yeah, great question. Yeah. So, but anyway, they've got all this new stuff going here. Now I got to get used to this and all that good stuff. And so today is one of those yonder goes Jesus on the bicycle days. Okay. So anyway, but it's good to see everybody this morning. It's good to be here. As everyone comes in, I will greet them. Like I said, there was no intro song that threw me off, because I love to hear the coach say Piano Man plays better than Three Stroke Charlie. That just does something for my ego. Yes, that just brings a smile to my face. And then before you know, it's kind of got a little catchy tune to it and all that kind of stuff. Okay, I see you. Bless, I got you. Hey, good morning, Nicole Covington. What the business is, act like you know. Good to see you, Nicole, and Roll Tide. Good morning to you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Well, yesterday, you all know, was voting day. I was the bailiff. I made sure there was law and order at the place. I made sure that there was law and order at the place, and so it was a learning experience. That was the first time that I was ever the bailiff of just making sure everything was carried out. And everyone was saying, one of the guys saying Roll Tide Roll, that next time they wanted me to be think about being the R&R, which is the receiving person. And the next time could possibly be in charge of the whole deal. Y'all see what I'm saying? So, and you learn about the voting process. You see how things go. You run into some crazies while you're there. But for the most part, people very, very nice. Some of this stuff that the media is putting out now, it's not saying that that some of the stupidity and the foolishness and all that foolery doesn't happen, because it does happen to a certain degree. But yesterday was pretty cool, and everything was all right. Okay, so Piano Man had a good time and everything. What you say, Bishop? Bishop, did you get the email? Hold up, Bishop. Hold up, everybody. Let me see something. Good morning, Bishop. Yeah, buddy. Bishop, did you get the email? Okay, cool. Okay. Now I know I'm okay. But you'll see the new configuration. So I have to get with the producer and go from there. All right. But anyway, so it was a pretty eventful day yesterday. There are some things that's happening in the Alabama camp. I'm Steve and William. I'm loving what I am hearing from Coach DeBoer at this juncture. I'm liking what I am hearing. Good, and I'm gonna say this. Good morning to the one, the only, Mr. Boomer Sooner himself, forged forward only by fire. It's the Bishop. Good morning, Bishop.
Good morning.
Yeah, Bishop. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Yeah, the birds are chirping, you guys.
And I will be, listen, possibly one day this week, I'm going to be taking this show outside. I'm going to take it outside, and I'm going to set up outside, and we're going to enjoy the beautiful Mississippi countryside. Yeah, and let you hear the birds chirping and all that kind of stuff. And so we're gonna take it outside, Bishop. We'll come out the office and we're gonna take it outside, like DMX said. Take it outside. Let's take it outside. Take it outside. Let's take it outside. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind.
Up in here.
Y'all gonna make me go all out. Yeah, buddy. Good morning, Michelle Cochran. What the business?
Good morning.
I ain't gotta ask you what the business is. You already know, girl. Quit playing. Come on up in here and act like you know. Good morning, everybody. But before we get started with, I want to know from a sports perspective. Chat, Bishop, you all know that you all are my family, and I love you all. And I value what you have to say. And Bishop, documentation beats conversation every day of the week. But I also know that transparency is key as well.
Absolutely.
Transparency is key as well. Being honest, being open. Good morning, Zach. Good to see you.
Good morning.
To see you.
Hey, you know what?
Good to see you. God bless you, my man. Shalom.
Yeah.
Peace and blessings be
shalom,
unto you
shalom.
and your family.
Yeah. Let me say this about transparency. If we as the people would be transparent and not be so concerned about hurting each other's feelings, we could get a lot more done, because we'll be operating in the truth, and the truth will allow us to be set free.
Yeah. When you allow that truth to set you free. And I'm coming to y'all with something this morning because I'm Piano Man is I'm not so much in a dilemma, because my mind is sort of made up. Okay, Dwight, I got you, bro. My producer Dwight was saying he can't get in the back. Bro, I don't even know what's wrong because this is not the same configuration that I'm used to. Everything has changed. I'm talking about everything. I noticed it last night when I was setting up, but we'll get to the bottom of it, even if, but I'm not going to cut the show short or anything, but we're going to, we'll handle up on business once we're over. And roll tide to my producer, Dwight.
Salute
Bishop,
to you, everything you do, Dwight.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro, as always, as always. But Bishop, I'm in a dilemma, sir.
Go ahead.
Bro, man is in a dilemma. And I want to ask you all, how do you all handle shady family members? First of all, do you have shady family members? And if you do, how do you all handle shady family members? Bishop, how do you handle shady? How do you handle shady family members?
Definitely do. At times, I just like dealing with them and let them know that I'm always going to come from the truth. Now, if you don't want to hear from me and the truth, then I'm your wrong person, because I'm always going to tell the truth, even if it at first might cut you. It will ultimately allow you to operate in a new level, because undoubtedly something needs to be shut free. And so, hey, we all go through fire tests. Remember I said that? And it might be that fire test. So sometimes you just got to give them girth.
I'm going to tell y'all something. My sister told me something yesterday. It didn't really break my heart. It angered me, Bishop. Chat, it angered me. It angered me.
Gotcha.
Now, everybody loves to and we're going to get into football in a minute, but I got to get this off my chest. I've got to get this off my chest. Everybody likes to talk about the different signs, the Scorpios and the Tauruses and the Aries and the Capricorn. I'm just a bona fide old schools, born December the 17th, 1961, Sagittarius, number 9 zodiac sign. But the one thing about me, when I've made my mind up about something, there's no turning back for me, Bishop.
Okay.
There's no
much
turning
respect.
back. There's no turning back for me. I'm honed in. I'm locked in. And bruh, it is what it is. And it doesn't matter to me who it is. The only way, the only somebody that's gonna get me up off you is the Lord himself. Anybody other than that, it's a no-go. Because okay, let me get what I'm getting at. Bishop, we've got a family reunion coming up.
Okay.
Bishop, a family reunion that my mama and my daddy started. That my parents started when I was a kid. I'm being transparent with y'all. Before that time, right before that time, Bishop, this was on my mama's side of the family. They wasn't even speaking to each other.
Oh, yeah. I got a lot of that in my family. Keep going.
They wasn't even speaking to each other. Over some bull crap. That's what I'm gonna call it.
Yeah, I
And
know.
if by chance they scrolling through, they know exactly who I'm talking about. The name, and I'm not changing no name to protect anybody. I told y'all because I'm filled up to here with familial bullcrap. Found out yesterday, Bishop, got some folks in the family, in the name of the family, done started an LLC. Now I don't understand all that to its to
I
to the
do.
to
I do.
to the degree. But
Mm-hmm.
Bishop, it sounds to me like
Mm.
what broke the family up in the first place is starting all over again with this generation of the family.
Okay. LLC is where you're doing a family business, depending on if they have set up a trust. Did they alert you that they were going to do this? Okay. I can see. I see you loud and clear, my brother. Um, hmm, what was it? Depends on what it was set up for. If it was set up to govern, to be able to communicate and keep the reunion going, then they misstep. And you got to deal with them, always come with love, but tough love is also love.
I'm gonna tell you what, Bishop. It's hard, and I'm gonna tell you something. Dr. Martin Luther King said this: the only thing that can drive out hate is love.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Bishop, I don't hate them. But these are some of the same family members whose predecessors, if you will, those ancestors, if you will, was doing the same thing to my mom. But I just want to know, how do you handle them? Because we've got a family reunion coming up, and I was really kind of looking forward to it. Now, Bishop, I don't even want to go.
No, don't. No. I'm glad you. Thank you. I'm feeling it. Check this out. Because this is a fire test. This is gonna show them how you are built and that you are a kingdom kid. Make no mistake, they want you to act up. They're pushing buttons because understand it could have easily been a family meeting, correspondence, or communication. So undoubtedly, either somebody forgot, wink, wink, or it was intentional. Either which way, the bottom line, if it's the family, all families should be at least notified.
And so this has been going on a while.
And piano, now, thank you, Lord. I sense it. Here's the truth, though. They know he's doing something far deeper. That it's time for that soap wound bond, Ben and Ty, to be severed, and that the dunamis power of blood now reigns supreme from the ancient day courts of heaven. This happened so that the family can move forward, because now the truth must reign free, because there's no more rug to sweeping underneath. It needs to be dealt with, because these are the type of things that can fester. And this is for anybody that's in something similar to this, deal with it straight on and let them know, hey, look, I'm not knowing of your intentions, but if I remember correctly, I'm still a part of this family. And that didn't appreciate you not including me in the communications or what's going on. And then you come up with a family LLC. And last I checked, my mother and father was connected. And so I am too. So what are we really trying to do with this LLC? And why is it not of importance to keep me in the communications? Or was it a mishap? I leave it in your court. But I do acknowledge that I am not happy and I need some answers.
And I think on that note, Bishop, I'm going to leave that right there and handle it like so.
Okay.
And
Gotcha.
But I just wanted to see what my other family said, because, like I said, I don't play games.
No, don't play games. No.
Play games.
But see, this fire test is to promote you in front of them. This is like the 3 Hebrew boys, because see, they were expecting you to act a certain way and you're not. So now it's time for him to promote you in front of them. Watch what he does. And with that, we're going to open up and allow him to have his just due.
And we're going to let the Lord handle it.
That's right.
But I'm not going to tell y'all no lie, and we're going to get it, because I got a question for Stephen Hicks on the first go round. That's going to be my first I want to know and everything. I've been sitting on this, Bishop, for 2 days. And so it's the marinator. But I thank y'all for y'all's time, your listening ear, and your advice. We welcome into the stage. It's the one, it's the only.
Governor.
What are we talking about? It's the governor. Good morning, Governor.
Morning, roll tide, y'all. Roll tide.
Roll tide, roll tide, roll tide. Governor, I'm gonna hop straight to it. I got a question for the one and only Stephen Hicks. It's a I want to know question. And y'all feel free to chime in after I ask the question. Stephen Hicks, you and the Voices of No Mercy, front and center, sir. I want to know, how did the Seattle Seahawks let Kenneth Walker III become the MVP of the Super Bowl, only to deal him to the Kansas City Chiefs? The Kansas City Chiefs, in turn, trade, or however they did, sends Isaiah Pacheco to the Detroit Lions, and the Detroit Lions now have Jahmyr Gibbs and Isaiah Pacheco in the same backfield. The Kansas City Chiefs now have Patrick Mahomes and Kenneth Walker III, with Travis Kelce on the tight end side of things. How in the world does that happen? How do you let your MVP go? You decide that you would rather keep the hurt guy and let your production go. I understand it's a business, but was anything, I want to know, was anything even offered of substantial offer of some substance, however you want to frame all of that? Was anything of some substance even offered to Walker? Anybody? Stephen said, "Don't get him started on that." Stephen said, "Don't get him started on that."
Now we're starting to see that the NFL is simply stated not for long. And when you think that he's the MVP and yet he's not protected, what is that telling you about the state of the NFL?
Governor, chime on in there.
I don't know, honestly. I've never seen an MVP get traded. That's a first. That is a first. But I don't know. Is it more than that?
That's why I'm at. Is it?
What's
wrong?
You're not
What
getting
happened?
not getting along with other players. Like what? There's something going on. For you to trade your MVP of the Super Bowl, something going on.
What
Did he
happened?
did he break somebody's daughter's heart? Something. It's got to be personal. It's personal.
What happened? How do you trade the MVP? I mean, this dude balled out the whole playoff season. He balled out. I'm just,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
When you're supposed to ball out too in the playoffs.
And thank you, Governor. Thank you. And that's when you're supposed to ball out. He took advantage of a situation when what's his name? What's the guy's name? Robin. Is that the other running back? The one that got hurt? And Walker became number one, RB1. I can't remember his name, but when that dude got hurt, Governor, Walker balled out. And I'm talking about from the very moment he became RB1, he was taking it down the street. I mean, he was just taking it on down the road. Only now you wake up to the news Monday, later on in the day, Monday, that now he's being traded or let go, or however you want to put that, to the Kansas City Chiefs of all teams.
If they didn't get nothing back, then there's something personal within. It's something personal within that organization. Because that's a red flag to everybody. Person that's productive, a person that was doing what they need to do in the big spotlight, and now all of a sudden he's on a different team to the Kansas City Chiefs for nothing. No, that's personal.
I mean, I'm just saying. I see you, Steven. They're in turmoil. That's turmoil. And I mean, you kept Josh Jobe, which I'm proud of. You kept Josh Jobe, but I'm just looking at the fact of what happened with Walker. Charbonnet. That's the one, Ken, the Bama fan. I appreciate you. But yes, that's the one I'm having trouble trying to digest. Okay. And then Kansas City sends Isaiah Pacheco to Detroit. Detroit now has Gibbs and Pacheco, two speedsters in the backfield. Now, what I want to know is, well, that's not going to mess with Kansas City as much, because Detroit over in the NFC. Well, it's not going to mess with Kansas City. I mean, Seattle is much, because they're NFC too. But the point that I'm making is Kansas City has more of a shot of making the Super Bowl, and everything. And you have this possibility of facing them, and you're gonna have a Well Mahomes and a Kenneth Walker the third back there. Really? And you're gonna have Travis Kelce on the out.
Hey.
That's all I'm saying, Governor.
All I'm saying.
I was just wanting to know the reasoning behind this.
Like Steven said, I think they sold their soul. They got a ring out of it.
Yeah.
So they sold to the devil, but I don't know, man. That's weird.
That was a weird transaction. And then wait a minute. Where's Dwight? Because I saw him. Yeah, here we go. And then Dwight goes on to say, and I know we're gonna get with Bam in just a second. But if anybody, I'm a football fan. I saw all this trading and this switching and swapping and all that kind of stuff. Governor, I said, wow. I said, what's happening here? And so Crosby couldn't pass the physical. And so the Ravens end up getting Trey Hendrickson.
Crazy.
Now, I'm wondering, Dwight and Governor, just talking pro for a minute. I'm wondering, Dwight and Governor, now if Detroit is going to try to get Crosby, because in the beginning that was rumored that the Lions were looking at it, you know.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams. There's a lot of teams out there. Like Carolina picked up some good free agents too.
Oh yeah.
So they starting to build over there. I guess everybody's just free game at this point.
Right.
Nobody's safe.
It's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see. But good morning, Double A. She says, you know, it's more to that Walker trade. Who knows? He could have been the issue. Maybe. He could have been. But
got a ring.
Could have been. We don't know. You're right. We're on the outside looking in. But I'm gonna tell you what, your MVP. I would have tried to clear that issue up because that's a dude for the future.
I've never, in my 39 years, I've ever heard of an MVP of any sport get traded the same season.
Yeah.
The same season, like the season didn't even start yet. He got traded before the offseason. Like that's
right.
I've never seen that. So it's like it's that's why I said that he pissed off somebody's daughter and it's just personal, or is it allegations that's going to come up and they don't want to be tied to it? There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of negative questions, and that's not a good thing to go into the new season with. I'm just saying that's with any sport.
Right. And so it's going to be interesting. So now it makes the draft a lot more interesting with these trades that have happened. It's going to now make the draft a lot more interesting. Who goes where, who may fall where, who may get bumped up where. Now this whole ball of wax has just got interesting.
Hey,
so he was now Ken said he was a free agent.
Oh
wow.
So
okay, then maybe he wanted to go.
True. Where's he from? Now I'm invested.
Well, I know he went to college in Michigan State.
Okay.
I know he went to college in Michigan State, and so it, like I said, it just got interesting, folks. It just got interesting. So with all of that being said, I just wanted to know from Stephen Hicks. And like I said, when I saw all of that Monday evening, right before we came on the second show, I said I'm going to wait till Wednesday and present this to Stephen. And I said Stephen's quit that, and Stephen's on the as we were going off the air. Stephen put okay, he's from Tennessee. Gotcha. Yeah. Oh, he signed with what's up, Dino? He signed with the Chiefs. Look, Dino, I don't care if he signed with the Chiefs, he did sign language with the Chiefs, or got traded to the Chiefs. There is no way that I would have let Walker go just like that. Like Double A said, we don't know all the ins and the outs, but there's no way I would have let him go. I'm like, Governor, that's the first time I've ever heard in my years of living an MVP who hey, but business is business. Business is business.
Hey, question, P.
What
if college football? Just hear me out, yo. I'm in my bag real quick. What if college football turns into, when you could start having trades?
Well, Governor, in a kind of sort of way, you did.
Yeah, you don't call it
Not
transfer
to
portal.
that magnitude, but think about Nico Amalieva and Joey Aguilar. To a certain degree, it was a trade.
No, I mean like officially saying it's trade. No more transfer portal.
You
Trade
know
deadline.
what? You know what, Governor? That's a scary thought.
Hey man, they got the money
That's a
now.
scary thought.
They got the money now.
That's a scary thought.
Start doing trades in the middle of the season. Oh.
But see, but the other part of that is with college football, with college football, now you've got scholarships.
Mm-hmm.
See, so I'm wondering, hey, what's up, Twister? One of the chefs in, and I know you're working. Thank you for all you do. All your truck drivers out there, you Twister, Bino, Dwight, Icebox, all those truck drivers out there. Thank you for all you do, Governor, for the work that you're doing in your job capacity. Thank y'all for helping. Y'all the real true heroes of America. I'm being honest with you. Y'all got it. Y'all actually keep us up and going, cause we got some whole craziness going. But I ain't getting off into that. But but yes, Governor, you're exactly right, bro. What would happen?
I'm saying you think people losing their minds now just for the transfer portal. Imagine when they really make it legal to do trades and they have a format to have scholarships transferred over with them and this yeah, I think y'all crashing out now. Whew. You wake up in
Well,
the
you know what?
ESPN breaking news, such and such has got traded to such and such. Wait, what? Oh wow.
Such and such got traded to Alabama. Such and such got traded to Boise State. Such and such got traded to Idaho University.
I
You
mean,
gonna? It's serious, yeah.
why not do that now? Since instead of having this conversation about we kicking guys out for lack of production, just trade them.
What? Let me say. Dino said college football can't trade because you would just leave the team if you ain't want to play for them.
They doing that now.
They doing it now. That's what we're saying, Dino. And because of that, what would happen if it led to you taking the transfer portal out? If you take the transfer portal out of the equation, that's what we're saying, Dino. Then you insert trade and then you going with trade clauses come in and no trade clauses come in for certain players and this, that, and the third. That's what we're getting at, because like I said, with Nico and with Joey Aguilar, to a certain degree, it was like a trade-off.
I mean, scholarships is 1 year basis, ain't it? Scholarships for football for any type of sport is a year to year basis. So after the year, instead of a transfer portal, make it a trade deadline. Might as well. That's where they're headed. I'm gonna say it now. That's exactly where they're headed, bro. Once the money starts involved, that's exactly what's gonna happen.
So, I mean, that's a good way to think of it. Cause and tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be talking about something else that has come up within the SEC. We'll get a little bit more clarity on it, and we're going to discuss it tomorrow about the SEC. What's up, two-time? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. He said, greeting, Coach DeBoer's fan. Bro, you go with that crazy stuff again. But good to see you, two-time. Good to see you as always. But Governor, you raise an interesting question. What if it went to that? That's the question. Yeah.
That's just what I missed the show the second day. What was it? Was it yesterday? It probably was
It was Monday. It was
Monday.
Monday. Yesterday we didn't have one. So
Sorry.
Monday I went twice.
So Monday, the second time was because I had to, I'm always at work. When I was listening, and my wheels started turning. I'm like, you was talking about the round table and what the people were talking about. with Coach Saban and them guys talking about the future of college football. I just thought something interesting. I was just like, I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers in the chat. I'm just going off of what I hear or what I heard. So we had, or what we've been seeing. So we had somebody represent the country talking about a situation with football. But I just think it's kind of interesting that when you want when you label a certain group of people that you don't want here, and we're talking about the benefits of a student athlete. One, there was not one student athlete representing the student athlete. I
Right.
just There's no point of you can't speak for us. That's the reason why we're having this discussion now. And if through I think Bishop said it. The big elephant in the room is reason why all this came about is because the people that talked about it the most or brought attention to it to the most, that it was women, right? It wasn't the men, it was the women. And we saw that when we had, I think it was the NCAA tournament. I think that's when it all started to like really come to light on how different athletes were being treated.
Right.
So I think that's just my perspective. I'm not going to speak for everybody else. It's just my opinion, y'all. They brought
Gotcha.
it up, brought it to the surface, and now we have this conversation. But how are we going to have somebody in that room talking about the benefits of student athletes when that's one narrative, but the other narrative is if they're not legally here, then get rid of them.
Well, like you said, and we all said it. Where was your representation of those that you're talking about? You didn't hear their side of the story. You
Was
only
that
heard, quote unquote, the adults in the room. Your main object didn't even have a word to say. Why? Because they were never ever invited to the party.
like the reason why I bring that up is because I think a lot of people who's on that same narrative or have that same belief, that's their belief. I'm not going to take it away. That's their opinion. Okay. But I would say to those people who have that same feeling on that,
Uh-huh.
you might be surprised how many people on your personal team that might fit that category.
Right, right.
How would you feel?
And Governor, but if their voices are being stifled, stymied, or shut down, or however you want to put that, if they're just being shut up, the voices are being silenced,
Yep.
then we'll never know who really feels like what. But until there is equal, oh gosh, here we go. Until there's equal representation, it
They're gonna
can't
have
be just the coaches and lawmakers and uh, wait a minute. Okay, let's get with the getting since we're on that part.
mm,
If the whole gist have to deal with the student athlete, then the student athlete who okay, Jeff, I got you. I'm about to throw you on the big screen, Jeff. If the student athlete is who we're talking about, why is the voice of the student athlete being silenced? So are we going to just allow them to continue to stay oppressed, but throw another word in there by suppressing them?
mm, too negative.
See, oppression and suppression actually goes hand in hand, and they're actually, excuse me, my voice about to leave. The oppression and the suppression of things go hand in hand. So what we're coming in with a problem with is the fact that you're hearing from all the quote unquote the proverbial adults in the room, but no one is talking to the student athlete. And when I say the student athlete, I'm not just talking about football players.
No.
I'm talking about everybody.
Student.
This is why I'm of the firm belief that sooner or later, Jeff, Ken the Bama fan, William, as the world, all y'all, Governor, this is why I'm of the firm belief sooner or later a union with student athletes is going to start somewhere in some form, some way or another. It's coming.
I was just about to say that a union is going to come.
It's coming. It's on the way. Because what Jeff is saying, oppressed, that's the truth of the matter. And it actually showed last Friday. If you were going to bring anybody to the table, it should have been the student athlete, a representation of some sort.
A student from each
I don't know.
One student for each conference.
Yes. Per sport.
Per sport.
Per sport. Don't just because see what people have done, Governor. They've made this all about football. No, right. It can't be all about football because, like I said the other day, football is not even where all of this got started.
Nope.
It didn't. It was just brought to the forefront. And like I said, that's going to be a different show. This summer is going to be a long summer, and we'll be able to talk about this and all that kind of stuff. But I'm telling you, I see a union coming with student athletes. And when that happens, God help the NCAA. You think the NCAA is irrelevant now. You have not seen irrelevancy until it comes down the road. Now, for all these deep wonders that'll say, oh, it'll never happen, never say never.
It's not even the NCAA that needs to worry about it. It's not the NCAA that needs to worry about it. You know who need to worry about it?
Who's that?
The fans. Not the schools. It's going to be the fans. You're going to see the crash out throughout the whole country.
Yes,
You're
sir.
going to see crash out throughout the entire country.
It's going to happen.
If or when.
And when I was on the when I was at the voting precinct yesterday, you know, Governor, I was working the polls yesterday. Me and one of the gentlemen were talking about the just the state of sports in general, college, pro, it doesn't matter. One of the things he said is he said gambling has, because also gambling to a certain degree has been legalized. You even have problems in gambling. And gambling has changed the complexion of some things too. So, Governor, not just college sports, but sports in general. And wait a minute. And we've got so much foolishness even in college sports going on where players betting against themselves or point shaving and the this and that and the third. It's all screwed up, Governor. It's all screwed up. Everything's screwed up.
Everything is money hungry.
It's money hungry, man.
I got another thing. What if, because, you know, when we think about NIL, I've said this before, I only talk about football. I said, okay. Now you at this round table. If these student athletes don't like what y'all saying or what y'all trying to present, and you will keep talking about the football aspect. Football runs the school. They bring the most money in. Now, what if these athletes, you know what, decided, I'm changing sports?
And see,
I don't want to play here no more. If I'm playing baseball, I'm playing overseas. If I want to go to play soccer, I'm going straight overseas. So I can play straight out of high school. I don't want to go to college.
There's a lot to digest, and so so when all the teams add the GM, it's going to truly hit the fan for college football fans. Jeff, you got to take that a step further. It's not going to just be for football. The GMs are for colleges. You're going to have it in basketball. You're going to have it in baseball, track and field. It's going to be everywhere.
Especially the big schools like Vanderbilt, their program is baseball. Football is just now coming. But the baseball, that's where their money's at.
For Vanderbilt, too, Governor, it's also baseball and basketball.
Yeah. But baseball won the College World Series at one point, though.
True. So I mean,
baseball players say, you know what? I want to go overseas.
So my I want to know question in this: when are we going to do what's right? When will right step forward and involve the principals who are involved? And that's the student athlete. I think that's where your answer is. That's where your answer is going to be. Now, I know that no two student athletes are going to see things alike, and we got that part. But at some point or another, everything that's involving them, they need to be involved in the process of this. It's about them.
The problem that we're having, I'm just speaking, y'all. I'm just speaking.
Gotcha.
They don't push this narrative that you need to have money now. Everybody want to be TG Wetworth. 877 cash now.
That's my commercial, man.
Keyword, like the key word is cash now. You've been pushing this narrative that you need to get your money. So they were complaining about not getting paid. Now you got the NIL. Now it's going to come to a point where, like I keep saying, you're going to go overseas. You ain't got to worry about if I'm going to get my money or not. Because now you're going to be a professional. You're going to get your money. You have a contract now.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to pay you. Now, of course, there's always going to be your pros and cons with anything that you do. But if the society that we're living in now and and for the future, if these kids decided, you know what, I don't want to go to school no more, what are these universities going to do?
Those are just underlying things, y'all, that when we talk about this, we're not. This includes Alabama. This includes everybody, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. What's up, Tim Nolan? Roll Tide. Roll Tide. Good to see you, my friend. But we're just saying these are just some of the realities. These are the realities, y'all, that we are facing. And so in coming days, it's going to be interesting how all of this is going to turn out. Because I'm telling you, this is just in its infancy. It's just in its infancy now. Go ahead, Bishop. Go ahead, Governor.
It's us too. Like I don't think people are understanding. The power is not in the NCAA and the people that's higher up. The power is in between us. And this is why we say, watch what you say on social media. Stop talking about certain kids or kids in general on social media. They are on social media more than you are. They are there 24/7. They see and they're hearing and they're putting things together. They're not caring. We already talked about the tradition is being lost, the integrity is being lost. These kids they don't care about the university and this and this and that. These kids are gonna rebel and be like, you know what, forget the university. We're gonna form our own thing. Now what? Because you need them. you need these student athletes, bro.
Yes,
You
sir.
need them to stay at your school and graduate and bring money back to the school.
I'm just saying, man. We this is going to get very interesting. And you know what else, Governor? Watch how things begin to this little seed that's being sown. Watch what evolves from all this stuff. Watch. That's all Governor's saying. Watch. It's a lot of stuff going to evolve from all of this. Watch the evolution of this.
You can't say you want change if the people holding the cards are still in the old times.
Just saying now, it's about to get very interesting. Hey, good morning, Coach Carl. Good to see you. Good to see you. So we got one more question. I just wanted to bring that up. And, Stephen, I didn't mean to make you depressed, sir. My brother, I did not mean to make you depressed. I just wanted to know what was Seattle thinking, but we don't know. We don't know. We wasn't there. I'm just finding it hard. You let the MVP get away from you, and now you bolstered a Kansas City Chiefs team, and that's how that's going. But I like Walker. I like Walker when he was in college. I liked him. That dude could run a football. I liked him when he was at Michigan State. So we're going to see. We're going to go from there. Governor, here's a question from Bless 50. She said she had a two-parter, so here's part one. She said, I want to know if the staff would come out in game one, set the tone to put everyone on notice that the script A means business this year. Governor, you know how I'm going to answer that question?
Okay.
I'm going to answer that question like this. Is that being addressed as right now in spring drills? In spring drills. Before when you use that term, everyone, and I like the way you put it, but it's got to start with Bama.
Well, one.
Go ahead, Governor.
I was saying one would be first of all, what business are we talking? Are we talking on the field? Or are we talking are we talking about on the field as a player wise, or are we talking about as a business as in the former standard? And the reason why I say that is because when we think of Alabama, we don't think about the new standard. We trying to still compare it to the old standard of that one person, that one man. He put that standard in. So do you have a plan on what you want to work on this year? Because there's a lot of things they can do to improve our opinions on what we're going to see. But we're still probably not going to be satisfied as fans.
Mm-hmm.
Just the fan. If we don't see what we saw from back then, we're still going to be judge-minded on it. Some fans will just never fully commit to the new way of playing, the new way of teaching, the new way of attitude, because we're so stuck on here on what is supposed to be in our minds, or even before that, and what that was supposed to be. Some of us are really stuck in generations. We don't even want to go forward, or we want to see a replication of what we saw before. People are different in this world. Kids, coaches, trainers, they have a different mindset now. Me, you know what I'm saying? I've said this before. Since Scott Cochran left, I thought he was the heartbeat. Some people might say, no, Nick Saban. No, I think Scott Cochran was the heartbeat of keeping those teams together, because he brought that different type of energy. He was like a player's coach. Not saying Nick wasn't. Nick was a player's coach, a grown man coach, a father coach, a uncle coach, a cousin. He was a great mentor for a lot of these young men. But now, I guess the board came in with the "I want to be everybody's friend," and we didn't like it. The ice cream truck at practice, we didn't like it. The the way he speaks at interviews, we didn't like it. His outfits, we didn't like it. So everything that he was trying to do or is trying to do, we're nitpicking at everything because we're stuck in this generation over here. Because over here is when we want. This new wave is not doing it. I don't think anybody's going to really be satisfied until we start winning 2 and 3 championships.
And the other part of that, though, Governor, it goes back to the previous conversation because things have changed all the way around. Just the getting of players, how things used to be, that has changed too. So there are a lot of factors. So it's not so much playing the hand that's dealt you, it's how you play it.
Right.
If there's any spade players in the chat, y'all know exactly what I'm saying. You can take the crappiest of a hand
And make it do
and
with
set somebody
facts.
if you know how to play the hand. You got to watch how things go. So what I'm getting at is the tone has to be set. Just addressing Bless 50. I'm just going to take it from the football perspective. The tone has to be set now with everyone now. Operation Reset. Reset the program. Now, the one thing that Coach DeBoer did say, and I was talking with William and Stephen before the show came on and everything, and I was about to put it in the chat, and then that's when I noticed I didn't have no intro music this morning. I was about to say, one of the things that I am noticing about Coach DeBoer now is there are some things that he's beginning to Governor articulate in his interviews, is that if you don't want to be here, then bye. We're going to play guys that want to be here. We're going to play guys that's wanting to elevate their game. He even told him yesterday in the interview, and I'll have for you tomorrow. Hopefully we have yesterday's interview and today's interview for tomorrow and everything. Got a whole new configuration here. But Governor, he made the statement and said, now we're coaching them. We're coaching them tougher. So we're going to see. But I don't want to come out in game one and set a tone. I need to set a tone in the spring, like as of 3/11/2025. Oh, Governor, by the way, today is your sister's birthday. It's my sister's birthday, Governor. So she wanted you and all the other crew members to know today is her birthday. So, but as of 3/11, Governor, the tone needs to be set today, starting 2 days ago, 3 days ago, whenever the first practice was. The tone should have been set. Get that tone set. And it's a process. You don't just set the tone on one day and think that's how it flows. No, it's got to be a process. It's an ongoing thing. It's got to be brought before you every day. Repetition, if you will. Set the tone. You see something's not right, because, Governor, I'm going back to something that I said last season. We can't afford to go into week 12 with some week 1 problems. Can't do that. Can't do that. Or that whole ship is going to come apart.
Hey, P, I'll be right back, man.
Okay. I'm just saying. So, ladies and gents, to answer blessed the fifth with grace and mercy. That first part of your question, will the staff come out in game one and set the tone? I hope so, but I hope the staff is coming out now and setting the tone. I hope the staff is coming out now, today, on March the 11th of 2026. I hope the staff is coming out now and setting the tone. That's what I hope. That's what I hope. That by game one against East Carolina, blessed, that tone is going to be an auto tune. It's already set. It's in their brain. It's in their heart. When they go to class, when they go to lunch, when they go here, when they go there, even when they go home, that tone is set. That because it's got to first start with you as the player. So I hope so. I hope so, bless. I hope so. The second part of her question says, my life's mantra is what you don't change, you accept. Okay. Has Alabama accepted the label of mediocrity, or will they change the narrative? Bless, that's a good one, because you sound like someone on the Ryan Fowler show. And all this guy does is he runs the comparison between Alabama and Georgia. And he's saying Georgia doesn't lose but maybe two games a year, this, that, and the third, and all that kind of stuff, blah, blah, blah. So the story goes. And he's saying Alabama is accepting mediocrity. Well, here's the catch. This is going to be year 3, season 3. And what's going to happen is now DeBoer is having basically his team now, especially on offense. So the transitional state of some things are beginning to lift. I've been saying for the last couple of seasons now, the moment that Coach Saban retired, Coach DeBoer was picked to be the coach. Transition was going to take a minute. Excuse me. And then within the whole NCAA, you had a lot of different things going on. So Alabama just kind of came in on the short end of the stick of some things. Now I believe that gap is going to close a little bit. So I'm not going to say Alabama has accepted the label of mediocrity, because like someone said on another channel, Alabama last year lost to Florida State, wasn't top 25, but lost to Georgia and Oklahoma. So sit down and sort of think about it for a minute. They were Florida State, Georgia, Oklahoma. Florida State, Georgia, Oklahoma, Indiana. I forgot about Indiana. So you lost 4 games. But in the regular season, you actually lost just 2 games. Lost to Florida State and lost to Oklahoma. Sit down and think about it for a minute. Alabama played one of the hardest schedules in all of college football. I've been on this bandwagon for a minute now, and I said that Bama, well, the SEC rather, had 11 teams represented in the top 25. Bama played 9 of them and beat 8 of them. You see what I'm saying? So when you begin to put some things together, it's not that Bama has accepted mediocrity. Sometimes some other schools just got better around them. Now I believe Bama's had to get their feet up under them. So let's see this year if Bama is going to rise to another level, or is it mediocrity? I think this is the year, Blessed, that you will tell if it's going to be on another level, or will the mediocrity be there? Is it really mediocrity? We'll know this year. But I don't think they've accepted mediocrity. I think that what has happened in some areas, and then like in that Georgia game, we had in the SEC championship game, we had 13 players out. You got to the SEC championship and the playoffs with no running game. Establish the run. Establish the run. And then let's see what we have this time. So I think that Bless, you asked some key questions. But once again, Bless, so Latoya, Carla, Nicole, any of you all, AA, can somebody just write these questions down? Let's revisit these questions, because we got 4 or 5 questions on the table that's going to be answered as the season progresses. As the season progresses. So if one of you all write the question down, Bless, you can write your own question down too, sis. If you can write the question down and keep it. And then so today is just March the 11th. We need to come back and ask this question like October the 11th, November the 11th, December the 11th. That question is going to be best asked in the future. So write that question down for us, please. But those are some good questions, Bless. Great questions. Thank you. Great questions. Those were 2 of my start questions. But all I'm saying is that, yeah, Tim, for 17 years, Bama was the SEC and the standard. True. Guess what? But in those 17 years, Bama didn't win the SEC every year. See, that's the part where people are forgetting. Bama did not win it every year. I'll say this. Most of the time when Bama got there, they won it. They did win it. That's what caused the standard. That most of the time when Bama got there, they won it. And I'm about to tell you something else. And Stephen, I went back yesterday and I found one of the most beautiful sights in the world. This is 2026. I went back to 2015. They had a clip that came on my YouTube algorithm, and it showed a game between Bama and Georgia. Georgia was favored to win the game, and Bama went into Athens Sanford Stadium, and ran all over them. It was the Derrick Henry show. And the crazy part about all that, y'all must allergies acting up. Crazy part about it is that Derrick Henry did this in the rain. In the rain. In the rain. And then now Georgia beat Alabama, and the Georgia fans are just saying, we own y'all. Really? You've been favored to win. I'm talking to Georgia fans now. You've been favored to win almost every time Bama and Georgia has gotten together and played. Georgia has been favored to win, Stephen, and Bama just like, bam, smashes them. See, that's how standards are set up. That's how standards are set. So I still believe, y'all, that when Bama and Georgia gets together, I'm calling it now, on March the 11th, 2026 at 9:15 Central Standard Time in the AM. I believe Bama beats Georgia again. I believe it. Now, like I told y'all the other day, you will never get me to say Bama's going to lose 2 games and here's the 2 games they're going to lose. No, I don't do that. I have confidence in my Tide. I thank you, Stephen. You know, yes. Good morning, Susan. Roll Tide. Georgia is always favored over Bama. I'm gonna put that in the big chat. Georgia's always favored, always. And out of 10 times, you've only beat them twice. Don't sound like you own Bama to me, but hey, but who am I? Who am I? I'm like the late Freddie Mercury. I'm just a poor boy from a poor family. Who am I? Who am I? I don't know everything. I just know what I'm talking about. But I know this. When you go back and you pull up clips of just Bama and Georgia, it doesn't favor you at all. 2nd and 26 has become a national holiday at y'all's expense. Tua like doing that so much till he didn't come back and started playing for the Atlanta Falcons. That's how much that's what's happening now. I mean, I'm just saying. But I believe, though, y'all, that Bama's going to be surprisingly good this year. Now, after A-Day, y'all, Susan, you and I going to be standing up there. We're going to be standing up there waiting on the bus again. Oh, God. We're going to be standing up there waiting on the bus again. Susan, we're going to see this time. And Susan, I'm telling you, if I see one wheelchair come up off that bus, I'm going back, get in my truck, and I'm coming back to Mississippi. I'm serious. If I'm Susan, I'm telling you now. AA, I'm telling you now. Anybody else, Dwight, I'm telling you now. If I see one gurney, if I see an IV pole, I'm going back. I'm gonna get my poster. I'm gonna get my A-Day poster. And I'm going back, get in my truck, and due west, I'm on the way. Look, I just might try to I might go to Walmart, give me a one-day fishing license. And I might go over there to Lake Tuscaloosa and might try to pull me a bass or some catfish or some crappie out the water and go on back to the crib. I'm serious. And you know what? I think I'm gonna download the MASH thing in my phone. And when I see the first wheelchair, IV pole, gurney, anything pulling up, I'm going to put on the MASH thing. Shucks. I'm going to put it to you like this. I even might put on the Young and the Restless thing. The Godfather thing. It ain't no telling about me. I just may pull up I'm telling y'all, that was a sad sight. And that's where I came up with that the number one X factor for the Alabama Crimson Tide was going to be injuries. because of what I saw at A-Day. Susan saw the same thing I saw. We looked at each other like we said, what? They were limping. They had casts and slings, and I saw one guy coming through with that little mobile, where you put your foot up there and you got to scoot with the next one. You getting off the bus with that. That's when I knew. I said, we in trouble, man. We in trouble. I'm serious. If I see somebody coming through with a bandage on their head looking like the spirit of 76, I'm going home. Yeah, a scooter. Coming through on a scooter. And what's so crazy about it, he was scooting faster than some of them were walking. I'm serious. Stephen, you can't make this stuff up. I'm serious. So after A-Day, I will come with my X factors. I'm coming with the X factors. I'm serious. I'm coming with that. After A-Day, that Monday, the Lord willing and the creek don't rise, I will come with my X factors. Yeah, it was a sign of AA. And yes, Stephen, strength and conditioning is important. But some of these things were some of those things, I don't think strength and conditioning could help some of that. I mean, a break is a break. It's gonna happen. But some of that stuff, I don't know. I don't know, Stephen. But I'm gonna put it to you like this, bro. But if I'm telling you now, if I see over half the team come up in there looking like a scene off of MASH, I'm going home. Like I said, I might go get me a one-day fishing license for the state of Alabama and go over there to Lake Tuscaloosa and pull me some fish out and then have a fish fry. May as well. But I anticipate seeing a scrimmage now, two sides, no drills. And I'm going to tell you this, and I hope and pray that this time that A-Day will have more participation to it. That's what I'm hoping. You know. Yeah, it's not what it was before. Better go to Lake Lurleen. Okay, Lake Lurleen, Lake Erleen. It don't make no difference to me. New Orleans, it don't make no difference to me. Let me see some gurneys, IV poles, cast, hard cast, soft cast, casting out. It don't make no difference to me. Let me see. I'm going to the crib. I'm gonna get my A-Day poster and I'm out. Piano Man will be made the shortest appearance. I am checking rolltide.com for a particular. I'm looking for a particular some particulars about A-Day, and then therefore I can articulate more. Then go to Black Warrior River, Black Warrior, White Warrior, Red, White, and Blue Warrior. Let some gurneys come off that bus, and I'm going to somebody's river, stream, ocean, somewhere. I'm going fishing. I'm gonna have my fit. Look, I'm gonna have my bag, and I'm gonna have on my Bama hat. And then if all that foolishness is happening, I'm gonna put on my fishing hat. Going fishing. I'm gonna bring my micro buddy with me, my little micro pole. And I'm going fishing. Time out for all this foolishness. 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row. And we gonna have all these injuries and all that kind of stuff for the spring. No, no, thank you. Just give me my A-Day poster, and then I'm going fishing. Like you said, Lake Lurleen, Black Warrior River, Lake Tuscaloosa, the creek. It don't make no difference. I'm gonna make a trip worth my while. That's how that's going. Welcome back, Bishop. I'm just holding court right about now.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
I'm just holding court right about now. Governor said he would be right back. Stephen, I don't get it either. Good one, Stephen. I just want to know why all the injuries and they're not even doing contact drills. Now that's where strength and conditioning comes in.
Good. I came at a good point.
What are you doing? Where's Governor when you need him? I'll say it for you. What are we talking about? You're doing a non-contact. You know what? See, it's making my head hurt. It's making my head hurt. I'm telling you.
Check it out. Like, this is where these kids, these student athletes need to be communicating. Keep the lines of communication open. And also the strength and condition coaches need to pay close attention, because if they're getting hurt now, that means they're straining too hard.
Uh-huh.
And so either something is getting overworked or they're not being properly warmed up. Either which way, injuries should not occur right now.
Right.
Unless it's a freak injury, but it shouldn't be a multitude.
I can't even articulate it. You out 6 weeks with a broke toenail. Really? Are you serious?
I think for the most part, family, if I could just talk honestly, I just wondering, and forgive me by saying this, I just wondered the mental toughness. Are they dealing with their mental side, and have they made it a objective to make sure to keep the balance with the physical?
The balance. And see, that's what I've been saying, Bishop. The balance. It's the balance there. It's the balance there. Bishop, please forgive me, but I've got to say this. I've got to say this. And I realize I come from a different era. I realize that. I got that. But Bishop, mental health needs to be addressed. It really does.
Right.
But some of this stuff, to me, though, now, y'all please forgive me. I'm like Governor. This is just my opinion. Some of this stuff is just being babyfied. You got the man up. You got the man up and get up off mama chest. You got the man up.
And
life
see,
is coming at you, and it's gonna come at you fast.
True.
I'm being honest. I'm just calling it like I see it.
Right.
You know what, Bishop? Okay, when I was some of those guys' age, you want to talk about mental toughness?
Sheesh.
How about you wake up one morning and you find out that your dad is
right.
suffering congestive heart failure, only to find out not only that, prostate and colon cancer at the same time.
Right.
Mental toughness, mental issues, and I still had to go to school, Bishop. I still had to play the game.
Okay.
I still had to come home and do the farm.
I hear you, Mr. Piano Man, but let's understand, it's a new dispensation. They are not built from they didn't get it out of the mud like we did. I have to admit, they did. We were playing outside. They were playing Sega Genesis and all this other stuff, PlayStation and stuff.
Now, Bishop, hold up for a minute. I'm glad you brought that up. We were swinging from, before folks started swinging from the chandeliers, we were swinging in the tree. And ever so often,
tell the truth now. Tell it.
and ever so often, you hit the tree. You hit the tree. You trying to hop up there on the limb and you missed. You wasn't that good. You missed. You hit the tree. Let's see what else. You were talking
Forged by fire.
We were forged by fire, real good. Speaking of fire, have you ever, first of all, have you ever even been burned? Have you ever even been burned? See, when Tim Nolan says soft, Bishop, have you ever had some of these guys ain't never ever had some of these guys had never ever even had their finger smashed in the gate.
Oh, come on now.
Of a pickup truck.
Come on now.
See, you don't
know the nail turns black.
You don't know what hurt is until you had your finger smashed in one of those. You don't know what hurt is until you've had for those of us that live farm life, you don't know what hurt is until a female pig that got at you because you done swiped one of her babies. You don't know what that's all about yet. You don't know what hurt is. See, soft. I put that up there, Tim. Soft. You don't know what hurt is until you're out there wrestling with a pig to put it on the truck, and you accidentally, Governor, guess where I'm going with this? And you accidentally hit a bee's nest that's nested up under the chicken coop.
What?
So you don't have one of those metal gates slam on your arm.
Yeesh.
See, you don't know. And now, watch this. And now, I wasn't out no 6 to 8 weeks with a bee sting. No, Daddy got some chewing tobacco and said, "Let's go." I wasn't out no 6 to 8 weeks when I got through wrestling with 2 pigs and a cow. Coach said, it's time to lace it up. Let's go.
The prime example, here we go. Everybody has their hero, right? So your hero is Kobe Bean Bryant. The man tore his Achilles and walked off the court. He walked.
Facts.
That boy walked off the court with a torn Achilles after hitting a free throw.
He walked.
And walked off the court.
He walked.
That's different.
No help. Throw it out there, Governor. No help.
He didn't get carried off because he had cramps. Those are LeBron fans.
But see, gentlemen, here's what we're saying. Why you think I said forged by fire this year? Because sometimes you got to understand nicks and cuts and bruises is a part of being forged by fire. Now, if you something broken, that's a different category. But if you get nicks and bruises or something to that effect, that is part of the callousing of making sure that you're prepared for the moment. That's different versus then something is broke. And I think at this current time, a lot of these young men and women need to understand that you're coming into a time that you need to be okay to be forged by fire because that is promotion. But you got to know what's the difference of if I'm just, little sore or a little bruising or whatnot versus something is broke. If it's broke, then yes, absolutely. Let's get that fixed and you got to be out. But if you're bruised or you got a deep thigh bruise, let's make sure we take care of it, but stay connected, stay locked in. Find a way to uh, forge through. But see, here's the difference: is where's the leadership?
And you know
Hey,
what, Bishop, when you say leadership, and I was talking to you about my dad, and he had those 2 medical issues going on. My dad still led from the hospital room.
Yep.
But I knew what to do. And
hey,
I knew what was expected. And so, like Governor
Yeah.
said about with Kobe Bean Bryant walking
Yeah.
off the court, let's take it to who was that pitcher who pitched and his whole he had an ankle, something was going on, and he was bleeding. I ain't talking about no cut.
Governor, you got that.
that's Kurt Schilling.
Kurt Schilling. That's right.
Yes. Pitching in the World Series.
Yep.
Whole sock filled with blood, and said, I ain't coming out. I'm not coming out. This is important.
Because he knew he couldn't hurt it any worse.
Couldn't hurt it any worse, but not performing for his team.
Hey, you know what it is? When they be like, yo, I know we're gonna show our age right now because we're
Come on, OG Gil. Quit hating. We know you're a Yankees fan.
Sure. we know that, Gil. We know that. That's PTSD for us. So they say, man, we be outside. Nah, we were outside. We were outside.
Yeah,
all day long. And don't you come in.
We were playing football on concrete. We were playing.
Oh, tell the truth.
On the grass. We didn't go to camps. You know where our camps were? Outside. Coming home, hobbling, Epsom salt. We were trainers before trainers.
You got that right.
Tell the truth now.
Get a big time gash in your arm and you put some dirt on it. You may get, because back in my day, I would say, if you got cuts and bruises, you better go get a Band-Aid. What's wrong with you? You better let that thing drip. You better not get no Band-Aid.
Governor, anybody on here old enough to remember methylate? Anybody on here old enough to remember mercurochrome?
Mercurochrome.
Oh, we.
See, that's old school there.
That's
What's up, OG
old
Gil?
school.
Good to see you, man. Been praying for you, bro. Anybody on here old enough to remember when you were talking about Band-Aid, before the Band-Aid came in the box, it came in a tin can.
Different colors.
Oh, wow.
Come on, man.
Looking like facts.
See, for those of us that's old enough to remember that, you looking at the generation that played outside. Oh, anybody remember good old-fashioned iodine?
Yeah. Facts.
Anybody remember, wait a minute, I'm finna take us down through there. Anybody remember good old-fashioned rubbing white alcohol and green alcohol?
Yes, sir. Staple.
Bactine spray. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. And you, boy, now this here gonna be so darn gross, but we talking about toughness. Absorbine Jr.
Never heard of that one. You got me there.
Oh, I know that. I know that to a T.
And Absorbine Jr., Governor, had a Governor, you probably remember it. You may not have had to use it or anything, but you use Absorbine Jr. for 2 things. Number 1, for soreness and pulling out cramps and stuff. And number 2, athlete's foot.
Facts. And Charlie Horse is a cramp.
Charlie Horse is nothing but just a glorified cramp. That's it.
Middle of the sleep.
Oh, you know about that too?
Stretched out. You got to get up. Is that what I'm saying? They weren't outside. We were outside. You know, when you came
outside,
parents was like, yo, you got to go straight into the bathroom. I can smell outside on you.
Here's the thing, though. This is why it's so important that they need to keep us linked to them, because we know it's a different era, but they can glean from us, because some of the time they need to know that some of us that they're looking up to, what we did to get to where we were, so that they know is the difference between injured and bumps and bruises. And that what leadership does is make sure, hey, if it ain't broken, come on, give me what you got.
But you know you're going to have rebuttals, though, because all the rebuttals is going to see these kids, and I'm saying kids, like
I know what you're saying.
these young individuals, these young ladies and gentlemen. I don't think they see themselves in these coaches. That's see themselves as teaching them. So that's your disconnect. They see the individuals that when they have to go home, they see themselves in them.
All I'm gonna say is this. And Governor, you and Bishop were talking, and my mind went back to when you talk about we went outside, and there were some days the mama had the Band-Aids, the methylate, the iodine, the rubbing alcohol, and it was and I'm gonna tell you like this, and ever so often, she would add a little ace bandage out there. Don't you dare run in that house. The governor said it earlier. We were the trainer. We were the doctor. Our sisters were the nurses, or some of the other girls were the nurse. And we got out there. And don't you dare come in that house. Don't you come in that house unless you were just like them passed out.
Like I got my own little story. I was in camp. So like I was so wild throughout the years. So summertime, my mom was like, yeah, you got to go to camp. You need to get the hell up out of this house. Do something, because I can't deal with you no more. You're hyperactive. You're all over the place. You're just wild. You're going to need some discipline and stuff. This is the toughness I got. You know the game Manhunt? I know those games sound very foreign to people now, but we playing Manhunt. We're on an island in Maine. It's camp for the whole summer. I got a twig. I'm running through the woods, got a twig stuck in my eyeball. You know what I did? And I still got the red mark in my left eye. I pulled that twig out and kept playing.
Wow.
Out of my eyeball. Real story. I still got the red dot in my eyeball to this day. Took it out and kept playing because we were outside. Outside was our world, not outside sitting on a corner or any type of narrative that people will probably put on people for being outside. No, outside was social. We were social. We know how to communicate. We know how to talk. We know how to solve problems. We were plumbers. We were engineers. When Facebook came out or MySpace came out, we were programmers. That's the generation that we had to go through, and that's the stuff that we had to do. It wasn't always just being. Of course, we had your soft moments and stuff. Didn't show that, but back in those days, you had coaches who you looked at as one of them. That could have been black, white, male, or female. But now those type of set of people that showed us the path on how to mature as an adult, they were considered too hard on. They'll be if they were coaching now, oh, you too hard on these kids. You need to show some more empathy. You need to take it easy. It's just practice. We didn't hear those words. Just practice? Oh no. If you
I'm
didn't
just
practice,
saying.
you weren't playing. You weren't on a team, and your coaches didn't check you. Your players did. Your teammates did. If you didn't show up to practice, you had to give them a doctor's note and a reasonable explanation on why you wasn't in practice. You don't have that now.
Lord, today, I'm just telling you. Everybody, welcome to the stage of Twister. What's up, Twister? Roll Tide, bro.
Roll Tide, gentlemen. Salute to you, Bushel. Salute to your chat.
No.
Just you guys got to get, but we're just saying all this. I'm looking for y'all at A Day. I'm telling you now, Governor, Bishop, Twister. If I see one wheelchair coming off that bus, I'm gonna get my A Day poster and I'm going fishing. I'm going fishing.
I haven't looked at no highlights because it's meaningful. It doesn't make I don't get excited about that no more. P already knows how I feel about that.
Yeah.
I used to, but I don't.
I I like it because it just kind of gives me really now it gives me a chance to come hang out with some of the folks in the chat, those that'll be there, give me a chance to hang out with them and laugh and have a good time and things like that. But last year, Governor, Bishop, and Twister, last year left a sour taste in my mouth as far as I
got two.
This A Day goes, because all we saw, all you could see was the walking wounded. It looked like they've all been in a fight and they all lost, all up. They all lost, and so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. I'm like with Governor, it's no big thing, but I love to come because of the fellowship and we have fun and everything. But I hope and I pray that this year that we have a real life scrimmage. I want to see 4 quarterbacks going at it, this, that, and the third. And then I can tell you what my X factors are going to be. But like I said before, I'll say it again. When I went to A Day last year, that's what caused my X factors to be the way that they were. And I'm going to be like that again. I'm going to see. So, but I have been keeping up with the matter of fact, I'm going to get ready to get off of here in just a few minutes, Twister. And because there's going to be some interviews here in just a minute. And I like what I've been hearing from Coach DeBoer. He got a little bit more sternness in it and everything. And I know some people are not going, they're never going to be pleased. They're never going to be pleased. But what people forget that even if it wasn't Coach DeBoer, transition at Alabama was going to take place. I don't give a hoot if you had the Pope up there. Transition was going to take place. So, Twister, what's going on, man?
Well, basically, all the stuff Governor was talking about, I've been saying it. We used to the Saban era. People ain't gonna change. They think it's transition. It's redeveloping players that fit his image, his focus. And I'm gonna go by what you said, Piano Man, about the guys who getting hurt. I know you can't stand it, I can't eat them. Let me say a little story about what Governor said. I was outside riding my bike and I fell. Didn't cry. Looked at it. I hate the scar I had. And I said, dang. And what should we do? I got some alcohol. Poured it on it. Painfully. Imagine a bunch of bee stings stinging your little scalp, your scar, or whatever. Or you went old school. Yes, man, I know exactly about iodine. That's the most painful thing you put in a wound. Man, you gotta put like a bandage around it. I try to have something to ease the pain. Some people even put peroxide on it.
Yep.
Peroxide that kill the germs and the bacteria. You gotta learn how to doctor and nurse yourself if nobody ain't around. These is what these young kids don't understand what pain really is. I got my hand smashed. I got hurt. To this day, I working now. I'm on the road talking to you guys now. Picking up these heavy boxes, be getting hurt, be limping a little bit, still working, still grinding. Because you're determined to make that buck, take care of your responsibility, get these bills paid.
That's it.
I was forced to sit at home, and I was pissed because I want to work. Everybody like, you selfish, you being selfish. I'm like, man, who can help me pay my bills? Well, I would say, Piano Man, can I borrow like $500 so I can get my bills paid?
No.
Governor, can I borrow like $100? Can I get my bills paid? Or Bishop, or Susan, or whoever. Can I borrow a couple of dollars? Oh, I'll pay you back by the end of the week.
Sure.
No, man, I'm not doing that. So I'm gonna lift my little carcass up and I'm gonna go to work. But now people
hold up, Twist. Bishop. I mean, Governor, I just had a flashback. Oh, Governor,
these kids don't know about playing.
No, they don't know about pain. I love pain,
man.
But no, I'm just saying they don't know about playing a sports. Game of sports with no trainer.
No,
you were the trainer.
It's just you. You're the trainer.
You're the trainer.
Right.
You're the trainer. You're the trainer. Hey, Twister, you're the trainer, you're the coach, you're the nurse, you're the doctor. And if your mama wasn't home, if your daddy wasn't home, you were the parent, you were everything.
Yeah. All that stuff, iodine, alcohol, peroxide. Woo. Man.
Hey, Twister, you left out one, bro.
Like,
you too good. You left out one.
Peroxide hurt more than damn alcohol.
What's that?
You left out liquor.
What did I leave out?
You left off liquor.
Liquor and alcohol, basically the same thing, ain't it? It's alcohol.
Wine. You left off like bourbon. You left bourbon off. You left off.
Yeah.
You left off moonshine. You took some of that stuff and you poured that in a wound because it had those additives in there, it had those ingredients in it to bring poisons and stuff out.
Yeah, they use that to take bullets out their body.
Man, yeah. That's the truth of the matter. I seen that. Well, I had it happen to me. So the point that we're making, folks, is that the softness has to stop. I'm sorry. I just had a nostalgic moment there. I'm sorry.
Can I be serious for a moment? Well, I still got the time. Can I be serious for a moment? And I've been saying this for a long time. All this pretty boy stuff, and I'm gonna be real. I don't give a damn who don't like it or not. I don't care less. The rules change of a softness. And I'm gonna say this. Alabama dominated for 17 years. Rules changed twice. BCS, Alabama dominated in the late BCS era. 14 playoffs. Alabama won 3 of them. Alabama was dominating again in the playoffs. They changed it up again. Now they got it to a 12-team playoffs. I don't give a damn. I'm being biased. I don't give a damn. I believe they built that just to keep Alabama from winning championships. Biased, or I'm just hating, but I'm just dead serious. Now, since the rules have changed, now they're looking down at us. Now they want to talk smack to us because the rules have changed. Everything changed because of that situation. And these kids being pretty boys and all that, and it gets hidden in all the contacts and all that. Back in those days when Emmitt Smith and I could earn, y'all heard that man in October. Man in the midst of pain. What happened to all those toughness that people claim that these old folks? That's why I want to compare to the old guys.
You break
Why
up.
won't you play like those old guys? Change. Bro, with crack. Come on, man. Jack Youngblood. Jack Young back in the day. Played with a broken leg in the Super Bowl. A broken leg. All thing he wanted was to bench his leg and get back out there. What happened to that? I get it. You're trying to make it a little safe, but now I got to the point. You got quarterbacks talking smack. You got receivers dancing like divas. You got all these guys out there. But wait till a mean-ass goddamn linebacker or a defensive tackle take your block off. Or any safety, like a Brian Dawkins, a Ronnie Lott, or Atwater, or rest in peace to Sean Taylor. He was a hitter before he got killed. All those guys, nasty. Or I go to the offensive lineman, the nightmare, the junior nightmare. I don't forgot his name, Christian. I don't forgot his last name. I don't want to respect it. All these tough players on both sides of the ball. What happened to that toughness? We supposed to be the new blood of the new generation of football or sports alike. We supposed to show these old wannabes, these has-beens, we still got it, and we are tougher than y'all. Now you soften it up, and all y'all think about athleticism. What about the toughness? What about the endurance, the stamina, the will to win, the hunger? That's why you see these people like Charles Barkley and all these old cats like Michael Irvin, Barry Sanders, and Emmitt Smith ain't gonna say it. You'll see Ray Lewis will talk about it from time to time. You might see Brian Dawkins talking about it time to time if you hear of him. The real guys who've been through the mist. Jerry Rice, he trying to be cool with it, but I believe he'll say it time and time again. These guys ain't gonna talk about it, but they seize it and they're disgusted by it.
Because, and the reason they discuss it and they're disgusted by it is because they know what they went through to get there. Now, I'm going to tell you who does talk about it besides Charles Barkley, since you brought it up in basketball, Shaq. Shaq talks about, and I'm going to tell you who he goes in on. He goes in on all those big dudes saying, where's your toughness? Where's your execution under the goal? Why aren't you exacting your authority?
Yeah, man, they don't even go in the paint no more. They don't get in the paint no more.
They don't even
all the defense nothing.
They want to shoot.
LeBron crying all the time, getting fouled and stuff. You supposed to be better than Jordan. Yeah, I said it. All that stuff and it got soft. That's why I don't watch basketball no more. I only watch college.
I mean,
he done got weak.
Crazy, man. It's crazy. But we're just saying, as far as Alabama go, these are the things, y'all. I'm getting ready to get up out of here. Yeah. These are the things that has to be discussed, Governor. I'm going to let you have first part words. These things got to be discussed in the spring. Start addressing them now. Because I tell you this, you can't go through another season where you coming into week one with an issues and 11 weeks later, you still dealing with a week one problem.
Yeah.
Now, you're going to have to start dealing with some things in the spring. Governor, pardon words.
Pardon words. God is good. I woke up this morning, so I'm grateful. I'm blessed. It's always a blessing to be on here to talk to y'all about just life. I know we talk about a lot of toughness, and we always relating it to the players. This year, like I said this to P 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the coaches, bro. You are with how you're gonna go as far as your coaches go. I don't care how tough your team is as individual players. If your coach is soft or your coach is nonchalant, that's exactly the mentality their players is going to have. So if we're going to call the players soft, the entire team is soft from the top to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Period. It is what it is. I don't care how much bench pressing you do, how much weight you do. Is your mind strong? If your mind is strong, you all the muscles ain't gonna do nothing. If your head coach and your assistant coach or your position coach is not gonna push you, then what's the point? What is the point? That's where we're at. So if these if the Colin if KD don't come out with some type of attitude this year, don't expect anything new that you saw. I don't care what kind of additions you have. There's not going to be anything new. Everything is going to be what we call vanilla. That's all.
Gotta come with change. Twister, pardon words, bro.
Blessed be unto God for be still being alive under the and above water and above land on the road. Y'all continue to pray for me as I do my job and be on the road and deliver packages day in and day out, man. And like I said, man, if y'all want to compare to these legendary players who been there and done that they paved the way for people like us, y'all got to show that mentality. You got to prove to those guys, and maybe they can stop talking about y'all thinking y'all tough and y'all comparing these today's era to a yesteryear's era. If y'all want to prove y'all point that what kind of players y'all are, go back to those rules, go back to what it used to be. And then if you can handle the pain that what these our forefathers went through, then come back and talk to those legendary players. That's why I can't have no debate because everything changed. That's all I'm saying. And that's why I'm like, why are we debating? Because the rules are basically changed. And yet people easily getting points and guys easily breaking records because when those old cats started it, it was tough making points. I remember defenses in basketball was mean something, and you barely get 100 points a game. Now you get 140, you get 100 and whatever, because there is no defense. Football getting the same way, but putting up points on the board. We used to dominate on the field with less points. Now you putting a lot of points on, and that means something. Where's the defense?
Yeah,
It's watered down. That's my opinion. But I don't want to talk too long, and I'm on the road, and Peter Man got to go handle some business. Roll tide to you fellas. Roll tide to y'all chat. And God is good, man.
Yes, he is, man. And here's my parting words. It's time to toughen up. It's time to toughen up. I understand about Saban. I understand Meat Shucks. I understand about Bear Bryant. I understand about it all. But what mantra are you creating? Like what Blessed by 50 said. Blessed 50 said, what are you creating? Okay, Coach Saban's no longer at the helm. You're there now, Coach KD. You're there now. It's your time. It's your season. It's your hour. Hey, let's get it. You and your staff. Let's get it. It's time. Now, like Governor said, there are some folks, I ain't gonna call, there are some folks, no matter what you do, you're not gonna please them. There are some folks you're not gonna please them. And Governor also threw this in there. And there are some people you're not gonna please until you win a couple of championships. And I'm gonna throw this in, and even after you win 2, they're still not gonna be pleased. But create your own thing. Do what it takes to, and if you wanna protect the script A or whatever it is you're trying to do, it starts with you at the top and it works its way down. And so with that being said, Governor, I'm still gonna say it, Twister, Bishop, Coach Carl, I'm still going to say, Susan, we're going to stand there at that bus on April the 11th. We're going to stand there at that bus. And if I see one wheelchair, one crutch, one scooter, and the guy on the scooter scooting faster than the guys that's walking, my fishing equipment is in my truck. I'm going to get my A-Day poster. And I'm going to Lake Erling, New Orleans. I'm going fishing. That's what I'm going to do. Because I don't want to see this again. And I'm still going to continue to be a fan. And then I'll come back Monday and say my number one X factor for the Alabama Crimson Tide is going to be injury. Governor, I'm going to be singing the same song, verse 3. Sing the chorus twice. I'm telling you. Sing the chorus twice. Same song, verse 3. Because I said it last year, and I'm with Governor this year. Coaching. So it's yet to be seen. So this morning, we know we have an interview probably here in about the next few minutes. I will admonish everyone to tune in to the Miller's Edge. And there you will probably hear the coach before a press conference. They do them every day. Hear for yourself, right? So with that being said, Governor, Twister, Bishop, Coach Carl, thank y'all as always, Gumbo Chefs, for coming in. Thankful for everybody in the chat. I saw Coach Carl. I saw Icebox. Thank you for coming through. Stephen Hicks, OG Gill, the No Mercy crew was here today in full effect, and everything. And I'm also excited. Baseball season is getting ready to start, and I got to go get my hat and all that kind of stuff. And I'm excited about all of that. So we're gonna have to be talking. We're gonna talk sports this summer, not just Alabama football. We're gonna talk sports. We're gonna talk life. We're going to talk a little bit of everything, and we're going to make the summer go by. But April the 11th is coming. We've got 31 days before A-Day, and it's going to be all great, and we're going to have a good time. And so as soon as some more information is dropped about A-Day, as soon as I find it out, I'm going to let you all know exactly what's what so we can have a good time, all right? But I'm coming to A-Day, but I'm still telling y'all, if I see one gurney, one IV pole, I'm out. Going fishing. You know, I'm going to take my Alabama cap off and put my fishing cap on. And I'm going on from there. So anyway, I want everybody to have a great day. Just remember to stay focused, drive, and go forward in the name of the Lord. Tough as nails, good to see you, bro. Roll Tide. Tim Nolan, good to see you again. Good to see everybody. Thank you all for coming. And remember, stay focused, drive, go forward in the name of the Lord. Remember, you can do all things through Christ that gives you strength. I promise that you can. And with that being said, this kitchen is big enough for everybody to cook in. Hey, end of the day, everybody eats. And that's what we want, for everybody to eat. So no sense in being jealous of another person, another content creator, another podcaster. Hey, get out there and do your thing and watch God work for you. And hey, if you believe in your product, someone else will believe in your product, right? So with that being said, Piano Man don't know everything. I just know what I'm talking about. So anyway, the kitchen is closed. The Gumbo Chefs are out for the day, doing whatever they're going to be doing from this point on. 3-Stroke Charlie, we'll see you in the funny paper. We want everyone to have a great day, and be sure to listen to all of the content creators that are out there. Icebox, Spencer, B Sharp, KB, Coach Sean, Tez, all y'all, Clint Lamb, Jance, Jake, Spody Show, Stephen M. Smith back on the block. Everybody, Marvin Constant, Coach Sean, Jonathan Lewis, and Rip One, Rep One Exposure, all of them. Y'all know LaQuasia, everybody support. Kangaroo Black, I said KB, but Kangaroo Black, all of them support. Plenty to choose from. And last but not least, hey, Piano Man. Support your local podcasters and content creators. Whether I called your name or not, support. And let's make this thing greater than what it is. All right? Y'all have a great day. Like I said, the kitchen is closed. The Gumbo Chefs are gone for the day. And Piano Man is out. And I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you, chat, for another great show. And we'll see you tomorrow. We got some more talk for you. Let's tune in to the Miller's Edge in just a few minutes. And let's see what Coach DeBoer has to say. Y'all have a great day. And I'll see you tomorrow.